Okay, I think I should be going live. Let's see what's happening. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Witchy Wisdom Wednesday. So, if you're tuning in inside of She's Magic, or if you're tuning in on my business page, welcome. So, I'm a transformational coach and I work with female entrepreneurs to help them manifest more success into their business and life. And I have decided to do something every Wednesday, and that is to show up here with some witchy wisdom that you can use inside of your business that can help you manifest more success. So I just want to say welcome for being here. If you're catching this as a replay, please post hashtag replay so I know that you've seen it in the replay. If you're watching live, leave me a comment and let me know that you're here. Say hello, say hey. I started a little bit late. I was trying to figure out how to stream through Zoom, but it wasn't connecting. So I just decided I was going to go straight through Facebook. So forgive me for being here a little bit late. So let's just start off by, let's talk a little bit about witchy wisdom energy, okay? So I know that there is a lot of misconception out there. And so I would love to just clarify that right now. When I call myself a modern day witch, it's because I understand that there is more than what we actually see with our physical eyes. There is a lot more going on in the unseen, okay? And so this is why I do this work, because I want you to know that what is happening in your physical environment, what you are seeing, is only a representation of what is going on internally, okay? So today it is the 20th of January. So you guys might be feeling some crazy energies right now. There's a lot going on, and I don't even want to go there with the whole political stuff. But the planets are squared right now. And so when the planets are squared, it just means that there's a lot of things that are being exposed, that are coming up, okay? So, with that, you might be feeling some crazy energy. You might be feeling a little bit distracted. You might feel some disorientation. You might be feeling tired. You might be feeling overwhelmed. And the only reason why I bring this to your attention is so that, and I'm hoping that you guys can hear me. I just realized I didn't check my microphone. Wow. Let's see. I hope that we're good. Audio is showing okay, so I think we're good. But the reason why I'm bringing this is to your attention is because we have just entered into the first quarter phase, okay? So if you've picked up a copy of the Moon Magic 2021 journal slash planner that I've created for you, I take you through the moon phases as well as the energy of the day. And then I also talk about what crystals you should be using and different activities you should be doing around the moon phase. So, because the energy feels crazy, the number one universal law is the law of order, okay? And so if things are feeling crazy, it is the perfect time for you to organize, okay? So what I did was I organized my desk drawer. I created a section for all of my spiritual tools as well as my physical tools that I use, like pins and USB drives and all of that. So I will, in the notes below, in the comments, I will show you a picture of what I've done. So the reason for this is because we've been in the waxing gibbous, and the waxing gibbous is all about doing. It's all about moving forward on what it is that you have planted a seed. Okay, so in the last new moon, maybe you wrote an intention down of something that you're trying to call in your business or even in your life. So maybe you said you were going to call in 3 new clients or a certain amount in sales, and you've been taking action. So in the first quarter, sometimes we get a little distracted and we feel like we just want to take a break, maybe binge watch on Netflix and just kind of, put things on hold because we've been experiencing this doing energy. Because when the moon is in the waxing crescent phase, it really ignites and puts the fire in us, okay? And so that's when we're feeling like we're getting downloads and inspiration and we're taking action. But when the first quarter comes along, we kind of, it's like that the last run, like if you're running a marathon and you get that last hit of adrenaline before you hit the finish line. And so that's what we're experiencing right now with this energy. It's that last hit of, dopamine, that last hit of energy that's going to take us to the finish line. And that is because on the 28th, we are going to be experiencing a full moon. And so in the full moon energy, that is when we're seeing what we've harvested from all of the work, okay? And or even if we didn't harvest what we were desiring, know that we're starting a new cycle. And so you're just getting closer to what it is that you had set your intentions. So during this time, you want to be grounded, okay? You don't want to be taken off course, and you want to be able to stay focused. Stay focused on what it is that you're creating. What are you going after, okay? So if you receive my copy, like I was saying with the journal, I do talk a little bit about the energies of the first quarter. And it's you have to pay close attention to how you're communicating, and if you get new ideas, write them down. You have to learn to relax but be flexible and to really tap in to that inner energy, like that last home run, that last sprint. Okay, you're in the last sprint here. So, also, you want to be mindful of your boundaries. Okay, so this is a time where the energies are crazy, and so some people might show up in your bandwidth that are going to test your boundaries. So, you're going to want to say no, okay? When somebody is, since you're aware of what is coming forward, if craziness happens, say no, put your boundaries, have your boundaries well in line, because this is a time where we're getting at the home stretch. And if we don't have healthy boundaries, we will let people pull us away from actually what we're trying to manifest, what we've been doing all of this hard work for, okay? So you'll find that inside of this journal. Some of the activities that you are going to want to do is, like I said, organizing, because the number one law, universal law, is the law of order. So, there's activities where you organize your space, your workspace, whatever it is that you're wanting to manifest. You're going to want to make sure you clean and set the intention and allow space for it to come in. I talk about inside of the journal a crystal that you should be working with. And the crystal that you should be working with right now with this first quarter moon phase is tiger's eye. And so I have a piece here of tiger's eye to show you this point. It's a beautiful piece here. So what tiger's eye, it is a protection stone, but it also helps you stay grounded. Being, with the coloring is more like an earth stone. It helps you with being grounded, but it also helps you stay focused. It gives you the clarity, and it connects your brain waves to be able to focus on what it is that you're wanting to bring into fruition. So it helps with mental vision, it helps with downloads, it helps you with like if you're running out of ideas and you're trying to get this project or this launch or whatever you're working on, if you're writing a book, um, you're creating a business, whatever it is you're working on, it helps you to really open up this the brain waves so that way your crown chakra can download some more ideas for you, can connect to the akashic field and get some more resources. I also talk about in affirmation. So there's an affirmation here. It says, "I am strong, energized, and full of vitality." And the reason why you're wanting to repeat this to yourself is because um, we're at the home stretch, and so you might be feeling a little bit of exhaustion. You might feel this distraction, and so this is being mindful. And this is where you're going to want to really create this clear vision. So, getting back to the witch energy, I'm going to be showing up here on Wednesdays and I will be giving you insights like this. But I really would like you to ask yourself, where are you showing up in your life, in your business, and where and how are you showing up? So I've created 3 archetypes, and it's the witch, the goddess, and the mystic. And so the witch energy is really when you are in your doing, you're unapologetic for what you're going after, you're really staying in that energy, okay? The goddess energy, she delegates, and she has no problem with delegating her duties. She's all about pleasure and, standing in her worth. And the mystic energy is about connection to earth, caretaker, nurturing. So, where are you in those archetypes? Are you delegating things that you should not be doing in your business or your life that's pulling you away when we're going back to our boundaries? So, when we don't have healthy boundaries, we do all of the things that's not getting us closer to actually what it is we're wanting to bring to fruition. So if you can ask yourself, am I delegating, or am I in too much in the mystic caretaker energy? Am I letting people take me out of what I'm really wanting to focus on and saying yes to too many things? Are you in your witch energy, but then when you're out of alignment with your witch energy, you'll start questioning, like, do you have the resources? Are you smart enough? Do people want what you want? Are you confident enough? Or do you have enough self-esteem? Are you pulling in what it is that you are truly desiring? So this Witchy Wisdom Wednesday, I want to give you the wisdom of stepping into these archetypes. Play with these archetypes. Show up and as the person you want to be in your business, in your life, okay? And if you can just take the cue from the archetypes, if you want to learn more about the archetypes, you can find me at celiasasser.com, or you can message me here in Facebook, and I can, discuss that, because a lot of the times people in our lives will take us out of our energy, okay? And when we take on their stuff, we take on with unknowingly, we take on someone else's stuff, okay? It takes us off of our track of what we really want. It takes us out of our bigger vision, our bigger plan. We're just in the first month of 2021. And so if you've been, setting your intentions, if you in the beginning of the year, your New Year's resolutions, your goals, however you've been doing it, I like to call them intentions, because it's about focusing on truly what you're desiring and it coming from your heart and from your why, okay? So since we're in the first quarter, it's a reminder to look and see from those intentions, who are you letting in that is taking you off of course of what you're truly desiring? What energies are you taking on? Are you being mindful that it's not just you? We can get stuck in our head and really take on this energy that it's something that we're doing wrong. It's something that we have no control over. And so that's where it's being mindful of, is this my energy or is this the energy of other people around me? Okay. And if you can see where, if you're showing up in your witch energy, are you showing up in your goddess energy? Are you showing up in your mystic? Okay, these archetypes, you can play with them and you can take on that persona in order to move yourself out of your head. Okay, you might have heard me say this, and I'll keep reiterating this, but athletes do this. Very successful people do this because when we carry our own baggage, we have a lot of shadows that we have had, what we've experienced growing up. And, we've learned how to push those down. But whenever we get out of our comfort zone, those energies come back up. Those shadows want to come out and play. And when we take on a different persona, an alter ego, an archetype, we remove ourself, all of our thought process, all of the past memories. We remove ourselves and we step into an energy of how we want to present ourselves. Okay, and so for me, I show up as the modern day witch. Okay, and for me, the modern day witch is someone that guides, someone that is resourceful, who's purposeful, who is unapologetic for what it is that she's truly desiring and going for it. Okay, and so when I know that, I step into that energy. I take on that alter ego. I take on that archetype. Now, there's going to be times in different moon phases that you're going to want to play with the archetypes. For instance, when we are in a waning crescent or we're in a waning gibbous energy, that is more of surrender. Okay, it's more of a surrender energy. And the mystic reminds me of someone that has more of that surrender. It's being connected to source energy, it's being connected to nature, knowing that everything is happening for your highest good. So you might want to play with the mystic energy during that time. Under the divine feminine umbrella, all three of these archetypes fit, but we need to know when to call upon those archetypes so that we can move past ourselves. Because what blocks us from what we're wanting to manifest in our business and in our life is us. We do it, okay? We stand in our own way. So this is a really good trick to really utilize when you're going after what you want and not letting other things get in the way, other people, not saying yes to the things that you don't want, not being the people pleaser, not letting people take you out of your zone of genius, okay? Because you've got to get this, okay? So let's say, for instance, you're in a relationship and your relationship does not honor you, okay? Your relationship isn't honoring the person you want to be, the person who you truly are, the person that you want to bring forth. And you take on their energy. So when you take on their energy, you're telling yourself, I'm not worthy of it. I'm not loved. Who am I to think that I could have such a big dream? But what you're not realizing is you're taking on that person's energy. And it's not true about who you are. It is how they feel about themselves. Because everyone that we have in our lives is a mirror image. And we take on energies, and that's how we interact. We think it's through voice, through speech. But that is secondary. It's our vibration. It's the frequency that we're tuning into is how we communicate. And then the words come along with it, okay? And so when you're taking on that person's energy, it will throw you off. But if you take and you image yourself as you're the witch, and how would the witch show up for her life? Would she allow someone like this person take her out for what she wants? No, she would not. She doesn't apologize for the life that she wants to live. She just goes for it and she says, I'll deal with you later. I'll deal with that energy later. It's not serving me right now. So if you don't want to get off track and fall into that, I call it a Four of Cups energy. So in the tarot cards, there's the Four of Cups, and you see a man sitting there and he's looking at three cups with his head down, having a pity party while he's being handed a cup from the universe, which is something new, something beautiful, something that is going to be a blessing. But he can't see the blessing because he's too busy having a pity party, okay? So you could be taking on that person's energy of having a pity party that's throwing you off your track. Another thing I want you to remember is that when we attract relationships into our lives, it is because there's healing that we need, and we need to see that in the other person. There's a message. So basically, it's a mirror to let us know different aspects of ourselves that we need to heal, and also how we keep doing things on repeat. So when that person is triggering us, it is really trying to teach us something about ourselves, okay? But also, we are going through a time of ascension, okay? And a time of ascension is moving away from this 3D energy. And this 3D energy is believing that everything is in the physical, everything. Like if your logic mind can't make sense of it, then it's not true, okay? We're moving away from that and we're stepping into more of a 5D energy. And a 5D energy is when you are tapped in, tuned in, and turned on, and you are just like, you know that there is something bigger than you. You know that source energy runs through you. You know that the spiritual seed that you were given is just for you, and you're moving forward. And a lot of times we get stuck with, we think we have to change that person, okay? That person that we care about. Maybe they're not supporting us. Maybe they're down. Maybe their energy is off. And we feel like we want to hold ourselves back because we want to change them. We want to change the circumstance because we want to change it through them. And the only way you can change a circumstance is through the change of yourself, okay? So if you're wanting to manifest something different, you've got to be the light for that. Because what happens is when somebody really is connected to your energy, whether it's a twin flame or it's a partner, or someone that you care about, when they are with you and you start to ascend, you start standing in your worth, you start standing for the things that you believe in, you start moving forward for the things that you want, okay? Then what you're doing is you're inspiring that other person. And at first there's going to be resistance, because when they see you changing, they might think that you're going to leave them and they might try to pull you back down. But as you keep continuing moving forward, what you're doing is you're inspiring them to meet you there. And that's what you're here to do. As the collective, that's what we're all here to do, is to change the vibration, raise it higher so we can bring everybody with us, okay? It's not about judgment. It's not about condemning. It's not about changing, okay? Because the more you try to change someone, or you try to, maybe share this feeling that you're having, it comes off as nagging. It comes off as you trying to tell them that they're not enough and they need to be more like you. Well, nobody wants another person to tell them, why aren't you more like me? Why don't you just do this? Let me just show you. No, because when you were a child and your mom told you what to do because she didn't want you to, make the same mistakes. Your mom or your dad, did you listen to them? No, you had to find out the hard way, okay? So we always learn by inspired action. So when we see someone else growing, that's when we're saying, hey, what are you doing? You look different. You seem different. You seem happier. Let me know. And once they ask, then you can share it with them, but be the inspiration. So I hope that these tips of wisdom are helping you with whatever you're struggling with right now. And I'm going to cut it for today. And I just want you to know I'll be showing up every Wednesday at 2 o'clock to give you a little bit of witchy wisdom. So you have a witchy day, you take those tools, and if you have your journal, use it and pay attention to the moon phases. Also, before I leave, I'd like to also share with you that today is Wednesday. So Wednesday is associated with Mercury. And Mercury is about reaching out, in your business to new clients. It's about not procrastinating. It's taking time to review if you are going forwards or if you're going backwards. You've heard the term hump day for Wednesday. Well, that's it. It's like, have you moved further along in the week? Are you still the back, or do you need to revise some things? And also with this journal, I do have a membership, and the membership is set up for the year, and it's one fee for 12 months. I'm playing around with some ideas of offering it as a monthly fee instead of just the annual fee, or a 3/4 membership fee, 6-month membership fee, and the annual fee. So if that is something you're interested in, if you're really wanting to get inside this container where you get your free copy of the journal, you have the support, you have collaboration, you have accountability, you get more witchy wisdom to move you forward so you don't feel stuck, please leave me a comment. So I can price this out for you, because I want it to be affordable where you can take action now. I don't want you to get left behind, and I don't want you to get stuck in this dense energy, because there is a lot of dense energy we are feeling, and I want to shift you out of that and give you a different perspective, okay? A different perspective for what it is that is yours. It's already yours. It's swarming around you, but you've put yourself in timeout. You've put yourself in jail, okay? So you can't see it. And I want to shift you out of that so you can go after what it is that you want. Thank you for being here. Again, you can find me at celiasasser.com. If you have any messages or questions, you can message me. Leave a comment in the section, #replay. Let me know if you would prefer a payment plan, if you are interested in this work and you're interested in really moving forward. And don't forget to organize some things, declutter, and I will leave a picture of something that I've done in my office to inspire you. And take advantage of this first quarter energy that we are experiencing. Don't go and binge watch in Netflix, because I'm going to be watching you. All right, have a beautiful day.